Yeah, for sure. And, Byleth Bowser Jr. is not a matchup we typically see here at the highest level, but in Tri-State, there are a decent amount of representatives of each character. Obviously, we know Justin wielding the Byleth.
Yep.
We also have, like, Yoda Cage down in Philly with the Bowser Jr.
Nimbus.
And also Nimbus as well, who won an Arcadian, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes,
a while ago. So
Yeah,
we
he
got
did.
some good representations on all sides.
But then, of course, Byleth is, Justin Byleth is the most notorious one from Tri-State. So, again, he's shown a lot of, what this character can do. I want to see if Casca has maybe, studied a bit of what Justin has been able to do and kind of implement it in her game plan right now. Although she's at a deficit, has stage control, so if she can just maintain this.
Yeah, for sure. And so far, it's starting off pretty decently for Casca, I gotta say. Started off with a big lead for Mr. Muggs, but I feel like Casca's doing a pretty good job so far of bringing it back, using those super big disjoints that that Byleth has to her advantage.
Yeah, and I love how she used up air to be able to detonate the Mecha Cooper.
Yeah.
And also just trying to avoid, again, all these projectiles that Mr. Muggs is going to be, throwing out just to fool Casca or maybe force her into a really, really bad position. But so far, she's been, on point with all of her choices so far.
Yeah, for sure. And even though, it says, unfortunate SD there, but yeah, as I was saying, even though she is the 45th seed, not obviously like the #1 player in the world, but you can definitely tell that she's a scholar of the game. And she's only been starting to compete like very recently. So it's interesting to see how she's done. But right now, Mr. Muggs is just putting in work.
Yeah, and you can see the confidence exuding out of Mr. Muggs, just going for the eject and then, trying to get that hammer off. And I mean, again, when you're at a huge lead like this, you can start risking a few stocks. But Casca needs to find the stock as soon as possible. Doesn't want to let Mr. Muggs get another one on his own accord.
Yeah, but listen though, I mean that up smash is going to connect right there and take the stock, and that's going to be a big lead. But you still are at risk of getting KO'd, and we know that Byleth, after getting the KO, can have some Zero to Death type of combos, right, with the up B ladders. But it might not even be all the way off stage. Mr. Muggs going all the way down there, just swerving in style, taking game 1 with a 3 stock.
Bro said, if I can't hit you, if I can't snipe you with my projectiles, I will become the projectile. And that's exactly what Bowser Jr. can excel in, is just making himself, the hitbox. Of course, not minecart, just clown cart in general. Such a good approaching tool. Can kill, is able to combo into up airs. And, Bowser Jr., even though he has technically that one big combo, once he hits that, I mean, it's so much damage.
That was nasty. I can't lie. Listen, I love Casca, and as I said, she's a very solid player, but Mr. Muggs did put her on the Twitter clip just now. We'll see how she responds with game 2. Counter picked a Hollow Bastion, pretty good Byleth stage. There's going to be the switch over to the different Koopaling. I definitely cannot tell you which Koopaling that is, but it's one of them. Oh, Iggy.
Yeah.
There we go.
See, I'm a Larry guy, so like when I see Iggy, I'm like, okay. I mean, he's okay, but. Get back into this game, and right now Casca at a bit of a deficit, but again, what she's been doing so well is, when she has stage control, she's made the most out of it, and when she's out of it, she's trying constantly to find ways back in, but Mr. Muggs just keeps on shutting it out with really, really good reads and really good setups with that, that cannonball into the clown cart.
Yeah, and it just kind of seems like he's another step ahead of everything, you know what I mean? Just always a step ahead in neutral, even when Casca's able to get good stage control, like right now, for example. We know that Mr. Muggs has the capabilities of getting out of that situation.
Yeah.
That being said, though, Casca putting in a little bit of work.
Yeah, doesn't want to get 3-stocked again, of course. That definitely does play a big role in mentality. Uh-oh. How are you going to land?
Yeah, and this is where Muggs has really thrived, is getting those combos. Once I get in, I am getting absolutely in and just getting all the stops. Yeah, he is looking to maybe get another 3 stock here, but he is at 92.
And it's the way that Mr. Muggs continuously pushes advantage every single time, looking for that clown card again. No mercy from Mr. Muggs whatsoever.
Yeah. He is just, unfortunate.
And I think that just came down to, you're talking about that inexperience in playing in tournaments and how this is like, Casca's kind of starting to get, into the local scene, but Mr. Muggs has been around for a long time, and you can see that kind of quote-unquote veteran experience from Mr. Muggs to just keep his cool and his nerves down on the down low. And of course, you see so many risks coming from him. You're going to continuously see that throughout this tournament, of course. But Casca, I mean, even though she got 3-stock twice, it was still a good showing. Like, she had really, really good advantage, but I think Mr. Muggs was able to push it a little bit more.
That was so nasty.
Yeah, still, dude, like, how do you just decide to go for that. I mean, it worked, right?
Yeah.
So like, I'm not one to complain, but look at that, just conditioning with the jab, right? Reading
Yep.
that air dodge, and then getting the up smash, and then again this edge guarding, which is really really nice from Mr. Muggs, able to get behind Casca and then hit her with the hammer. And again, he was looking for it there, but I mean, Casca again. This is something to learn from, and thank God for Collision Series, Twitch and YouTube, which you guys should follow and subscribe to.
Yeah, we got the VOD reviews that you can always take away from. You can always learn some lessons. And it's always cool seeing players like Casca, make their way and climb their way up the scene. Just being able to see these people just, pop out, hang out, and have a good time and get some practice in as well. It's always great to see. But Mr. Muggs is playing elite during that set. He wants to prove a point this tournament for sure because it is really stacked.
Yeah, and he's trying to build momentum going into Collision. I think that's what a lot of these players are going to be looking, for when they're playing in Fusion or maybe the other tournaments that are happening in New Jersey, which you guys should also follow the Collision Discord to, get updates on tournaments happening nearby in New Jersey. And I think that's the cool thing with the state is that because it's such a small state, all these tournaments are so close to each other.
Yeah.
And so it's easily accessible. And I think that's why New Jersey is one of the best regions in the world, and not only just in the United States. So
yeah, that's facts, because I mean, it just comes down to like the way New Jersey is as a state in general, right?
Yeah.
Is this very densely populated area where you're next to two major cities, right? New York City, and Philadelphia, right? Which are also, two big Smash regions as well.
Yeah.
So you have easy access to all these scenes, right? We have Xeno on Wednesday, which I know Collision is promoting as well.
Yeah.
That's going to be in New York City.
Yeah.
And then obviously you have like Bears, which you can go to every Friday.
Then you got Center Stage on Thursdays.
You've
Hyperspace on
yeah.
Tuesdays.
They got the pop bonus.
They do. It's 200.
Today. Tomorrow actually. The 200 pop bonus.
I think it's 200.
I think it's 100.
Oh, is it only 100? Pop bonus nonetheless.
Only $100.
Only. Come on, man.
Bonus,
Could have been more. No.
Exactly. No, but it's great seeing the tri-state scene thrive, not just on the local level, but on the national level, as we saw with Circa de CFL.
Yeah, that tournament. No.
Yeah, listen. There is there's some controversies during that tournament.
Thankfully, it's not with us.
But
So-
we're chilling here in New Jersey. New Jersey always Tri-State always has the most lit tournaments. So we know we handle our business. You know what I mean?
We do. Yeah.
But shout out to Florida though. They do host good events. They host great events.
Yeah, Sir Commentary, it had its highs. It also had its lows. But man, still a very, very nice tournament and very, very good production, which you guys are going to see at Collision, of course, at the Sheraton Hotels in Parsippany. And I think you were there last year, man. That event was crazy. And I keep on mentioning it because, like, SkyJ had a really good run. Riddles had an amazing comeback against Sonics. And it was just very, very... Because it was qualifiers for the last summit, too. So it was like... So there was so much at stake.
About that.
Yeah, exactly.
That
also...